Hello everyone. In this lecture we'll be looking at measures of mortality. We'll now get started. So which are the measures of mortality that we will be investigating? Those will be crude mortality rate, also called as crude death rate. We'll be looking at then cause specific mortality rate, and then we'll be looking at infant mortality rate and maternal mortality ratio. So guys, it's very important to understand that there are many other measures of mortality. I have just handpicked a few which are most commonly reported in the area of nutrition research, but do not be surprised to find many others out there. This sort of information sets you in the right direction when you go out there for your work, for your employment, for your practice, that these are the sort of measures of mortality which is out there and which you can expect, and then you can do your own further studies when you come across other measures of mortality. This basically is just the tip of the iceberg where we are introducing you to various measures of mortality, right? And as we had indicated previously, what is the difference between morbidity and mortality? Morbidity was in terms of disease condition, people having disease condition, and we covered two main sort of morbidities, which is prevalence versus incidence. Incidence was newly identified diagnosed disease condition or something happening new, which is say new recovery rate or new disease state, whereas prevalence is something which is ongoing or which is recurrent. Alright, so prevalence and incidence, this is how they are different. They are measures of morbidity. Here we are looking at measures of mortality. Okay. So moving to the first one, we'll go to crude mortality rate, which is also called as crude death rate. So what is the definition for it? The mortality rate from all causes of disease, death for a population. Okay, so here we are looking at death from any possible causes. Okay, so the formula over here is very simple, which is total number of people that have died during a given time period divided by total number of population in the same time period. This is generally reported in thousands or 100,000s. Okay, so this is an example over here again. Say for instance, these are all hypothetical examples, this is not real life data. So in United Kingdom in 2013, a total of so many deaths occurred. Alright, so these deaths are in blue. That's why I have color coded things for you, so it's easier for you to understand. These total number of deaths are which are in blue. They are from all possible causes. It could be say death because of diseases such as diabetes, CBD, cancer, or else it could be death because of an accident, some motor vehicle accident or injury. It could be suicidal deaths. So it could be death because of any disease or non-disease condition. So in UK in 2013, a total number of so many deaths occurred which are in blue from all disease condition. The estimated population in 2013 in UK was the number in green. Okay, so you have the total number of population in UK in 2013 which is in green, and the total number of death in blue. The formula is very simple, and over here you are being asked to report the answer in 100,000. So you have your blue numbers, which is the numerator, divided by the green number, which is the denominator, and then you report the answer over here in 100,000, which is what you will be asked to do. So you will be clearly told that you reported in 100,000s or what. So yeah, so then you have your numerator divided by your denominator into 100,000, and then you have 832.1 deaths per 100,000. Okay, so the crude mortality rate in 2013 was 832.1 deaths per 100,000. Now what does the term crude mean over here? It means it is not adjusted for anything. It is not age adjusted or sex adjusted, meaning we are not saying irrespective of people's age or people's sex or gender, this is the mortality rate. No, there is no adjustment taking place. Therefore, this is a crude mortality rate or crude death rate. Okay, so crude meaning no adjustment. we will be looking at standardized death rates, such as where things are adjusted for age, gender, stuff like that. Okay, but this is the crude death rate. So I hope this makes sense. What is the meaning of crude in this mortality rate? And as you see, the calculation is extremely simple as well. Okay. All right, moving to the next one. This is cause specific mortality rate. So here, as the term suggests, that this is death but because of a specific cause. All right. So the definition is the mortality rate from a specific cause for a population during a given time period. So the formula is the same, which is total number of people that have died during a given time period from a specific cause. So over here, that's the only difference. From a specific cause divided by the total number of population in the same time period, and again the answer is generally reported in thousands or 100,000s. Okay, and most commonly I have seen the answers reported in 100,000s, because this is generally done at a population level, at a national, at an international level. Okay, so lot many people involved. So again, let's take the same example. So in UK in 2013, the estimated population, so the total population, okay, in UK in 2013 was the number in green. Okay, then a total of the number in blue deaths were attributed to motor vehicle accidents. So you see over here, the number in blue represents the people who died because of motor vehicle accidents. Now these number in blue, these people do not represent the people who died because of cancer or CVD and things like that. No, these are the number of people who died because of motor vehicle accident only. Okay. So then you have the same thing. That's why I have color coded things over here. So it's rather than me talking big numbers, it's easy for you to follow it if it's simple, like, like color coding. So now over here you have the number in blue, which is death because of motor vehicle accident, divided by the number in green, which is the total population in UK. And both of these occurred at the same time point in 2013. All right, and then you are reporting this in 100,000, and therefore your answer is cause specific mortality rate is 37.2 per 100,000 of the population in 2013. All right. So I hope this is really simple, guys, because these calculations are very simple to understand and to interpret. Okay, then you have the infant mortality rate. So this is total number of infants under 1 year of age that have died during a given time period divided by total number of live births. Okay, so babies who are living, right, reported in the same time period. Okay, again things are color coded to make more sense. So you have the color in blue, which is 1,300. So many infants died in 2018 in Australia. Okay, so again hypothetical example just for you to understand the concept. All right, and there were the number in yellow. All right, so which is your 150,000 live births. Okay, so that is your number in yellow. There were so many live births in the same time period, which is in 2018 in Australia. Okay, so now you have the number in blue, which is the infants who died, divided by the number in yellow. Okay, and then into thousands over here, because it is reported in thousands or in hundreds, and as you see the numerator is in thousands, so that's why into thousands. And then you will have statement like this, which is 8.7 infants dead under 1 year of age per 1,000 live births in 2018. So these are the type of sentences which you find in governmental reports, in research papers, and now this will be more meaningful to you, meaning what exactly does it mean. Alright, so you know that per 1,000 live births, per 1,000 live babies, there were unfortunately 8.7 infant deaths, okay, under the 1 year of age. Alright, so basically this is what it means, and this is how you have arrived to this statement. Okay, so I hope this is simple enough to understand. Now we move on to our last one, which is maternal mortality ratio. What does this mean? It means total number of deaths of women during pregnancy or during childbirth or within 42 days of termination of pregnancy, alright, during a given time period. So it could be any of these scenarios, alright, when the woman must have passed away. Okay, so total number of deaths of women during pregnancy, during childbirth, or within 42 days of termination of pregnancy during a given time period, divided by total number of live birth reported during the same time period. Live births meaning live birth babies. Okay, so you have 84 maternal deaths in 2018 which occurred within Australia. Again hypothetical, 84 maternal deaths in 2018 in Australia which happened during pregnancy, during childbirth, or within 42 days of termination of pregnancy. Okay, so maybe you have this research paper which is reporting this, that there were 84 maternal deaths because of any of these causes in 2018 in Australia. How many live births were there? How many babies, live babies were born? That was the number in green. Okay, so that is your 130,000. Alright, so you have the number in green which is live births in 2018 within Australia. So again you have the same, which is number in yellow divided by number in green into 100,000, because this is generally reported in 100,000, and so the answer is 64.6 maternal deaths per 100,000 live births, okay, meaning live birth babies in 2018 within Australia. Okay, so I hope this makes sense, guys. The formulas are very simple and the computations are also extremely simple. So and of course we will be having practice examples of the same in your workshop, but yes, I hope this has been meaningful and easy to understand. And that is where I end this lecture series on measures of mortality, and I'll see you in the next one shortly. Thank you.